The time is 11 o'clock on this late Monday, May 22nd, 2017. It's time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Monday night, May 22nd, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 o'clock on this late Monday night. Top story on the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news is chaos in Manchester, England, and explosion described by police as likely terrorist attack whipped by a crowd of teenagers in the consequences late Monday after performance by American pop singer Ariana Grande in the English city of Manchester, leaving at least 20 people killed. President Trump on Tuesday will propose cutting federal spending by $3.6 trillion over the 10 years, a historic budget contraction that would severely ratchet back spending across the dozens of programs and could completely reshape the government assistance. President Trump asked the two top intelligence chiefs of the U.S. to push back against the FBI investigation of possible collusion between Russia and his presidential campaign, the Washington Post reported on Monday evening. Jerusalem. President Trump and Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu secured the broad outlines of the new African tension in the Middle East here late Monday, declaring a common cause among the United States, Israel, and Arab nations. On May 10th, the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence issued a subpoena to former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, requesting an he produce documents related to a committee's investigation of alleged Russian attempts and influence. North Carolina State Senators Rio and Congressional District maps during a legislature session in February 2016 rally. That session was called after a federal district court decision ordered that the maps be withdrawn as address racial bias. Melania Trump was an omitted play along with the cameras on Monday when her husband reached her hand as they arrived in Israel and replaced of media security. Turkish officials under pressure to provide and loyal to the Democratic president against the first plane in the United States followed a violent crash last week between two security guards and protesters in Washington. A South African professional hunter died Friday after being crushed by an elephant after the animal was fatally shot on a game reserve in Zimbabwe. A former neo-Nazi who converted Islam was charged with killing two ravens in the Florida Department after they said it disrespected his faith. Authorities said. Jackson, Mississippi, a Mississippi lawmaker has apologized for saying Louisiana leaders should be lynched for removing Confederate monuments only if this comment sparked condemnation in both states. Officials declined to call a fatal stabbing of a black student in University of Maryland a hate crime. The new measure was only initially intended to apply to general public provided to only apply to public school students when it's likely signed into law. Sweden suspect in Norton pleads of a plea deal falls flat. 5 steps away from North Alabama court to get after 21 years. Driver and multi-town police chase wanted on men's school charges. Bristol, Aggie, and Valensal both want to become veterans. North Alabama, a 51-year-old man was charged with assault and battery and related offenses early Saturday after an altercation in an apartment that left another man cut and bruised. Body from along Interstate 495 is missing. Duke student from Franklin according to the medical examiner. One car crash caused power outages in Attleboro on Sunday. Ford Treasurer in the future asked Mark Fields as CEO. U.S. top court tightens patent suit rules in Florida patent trails. RBC Capital predicts a higher price iPhone 8 in Apple service and business goods driver company valued more than $1 million to $1 trillion. A passenger wearing a red Make America Great Again hat forced the United Airlines flight from Shanghai to London San Francisco Sunday after he became disrupted when he was asked to leave. Look at that, stocks to Dow. Today, up 8.99 points to 28.94.83. S&P 500 up 29 points to 29.4.02. And Nasdaq up 6.92 points to 6,133.62. The first hominin species of land that eventually led to human name emerged in Europe 7.2 million years ago, and not Africa, the most widely accepted starting point about our ancestors. Healthy baby mice have been born using a freeze-dried sperm and stored in a weight into the environment of space. The Japanese term beyond the gravity-breaking experiment in the International Space Station say that this shows the transporting the seeds. Analysts of 3.3 million year old fossil silicon reveals the most complete spinal column in any early human relative code of every neck and rib cage. Cures may seem like a helpful option, but the American Academy Pediatrics advises parents to give their kids whole food instead. Blood samples from some participants in the new study of genes linked to intelligence were held at the UK Biobank. As an enormous success, scientists had 52 genes of human intelligence. Gas station nacho cheese that 6 in 10 people killed. One of them was contaminated with botulinum toxin in California Department of Public Health confirmed on Monday. Take a look at New England as reported, 11:05 p.m. UD shots fired in Chelsea, Massachusetts, area 73 Warren Street and 73 Warren Avenue. Shots fired at police return fire. Perimeter set. Wait, very active scene. Avoid the area. Multiple from Rivier and Everett and State Police on the scene. Peter Cello News time is 11:05 on this late Monday, and it's time now for a sports report. The Norton Lancers baseball team win their first TVL regular season title since 2003 with a 3-2 win over the Westwood Wolverines. The Norton Lancers blanked the Westwood Wolverines in softball 6-0, but the Norton Lancers boys lacrosse ball the Edinburgh Bombardiers 17-7, and the girls lacrosse get edged by the Edinburgh Bombardiers 9-8. The Wheaton Lions baseball team are moving on to the NCAA Division III World Series with a 1-0 win over Shenandoah in the regional championship game at York, Pennsylvania. The Division III World Series will be started on Friday at Appleton, Wisconsin. The Nashville Predators are moving on to their first Stanley Cup final in their franchise history with a 6-3 win over the Anaheim Ducks, and Golden State Warriors are leading the San Antonio Spurs 103-86 with 8:48 left in the fourth quarter. Arizona Diamondbacks leading the Chicago White Sox 3-1, and the San Francisco Giants leading the Chicago Cubs 6-4. Colorado Rockies over the Philadelphia Phillies 8-1. New York Yankees over the Kansas City Royals 4-2. Minnesota Twins over the Baltimore Orioles 14-7. LA Angels over the Tampa Bay Rays 3-2. Cincinnati Reds over the Cleveland Indians 5-1. Atlanta Braves over the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-2. When the Houston Astros over the Detroit Tigers 1-0. Boston Celtics surviving the game happened with thanks to a bold group effort. As you know what to say about the NBA playoffs, they're not really serious until the home team wins one at home. Not that would mean much reason to believe that Kevin Durant won't be playing for the Warriors next season, but Golden State fans are likely to glad of the veteran forwards. Confirmation he has every intention of returning to the team. While she stopped short of directly mentioning anything that happened during the alleged incident the past weekend's UFC outlet retreat in 2017 in Las Vegas, featherweight superstar Christian Justin's final broken her silence. A New York-based group showed and organized a show of support for meeting for free agent Colin Kaepernick, which will take place Wednesday at the NFL. Peter Channel News time. 11:07 on this late Monday night. Time now for traffic and transit report. Beep beep. Let's start our family table where the rail line branch 2 best specific minor delays both ways between JFK, UMass, and North Jersey on tonight on May 22nd. And the commuter rail and the ferries they are looking good. Okay, look at highways and byways of New England. 25 on the northbound side, slow around the Bridgeport stretch. 84 eastbound side, also New Bridgeton stretch. 84 on the southbound side, also on the westbound side between Massachusetts and the Connecticut, Massachusetts border, and 84 eastbound side. So before Route 20 in Sturbridge, headed towards the Pike. Massachusetts on the westbound side, also in the Freeman Natick stretch. 120 on the both ends, slow on the Needham stretch. 25 on the eastbound side, also after 495, 195, and Wareham stretch headed towards the Cape Bridge. 6 on the westbound side, little slow just ran. Harvard stretch. 93 on the both ends of downtown Boston is backed up. 93 on the southbound side, also Route 111 Wyndham, New Hampshire, Everett Turnpike to the southbound side, also at Manchester Airport. And otherwise, highways and byways of New England slow go. Looking good. Highways and byways of New England looking good on this late Monday night. Peter Channel News time. 11:09 on this late Monday night, and it's time now for a weather report. And it was a cloudy, drizzly, wet, raw day in the weather department in New England on this Monday, and current radar shows up light rain showers stretching from southern Worcester County, stretching off Norfolk County and around the greater Boston southern suburbs from Boston down to Quincy down to Natick, and a line of rain showers stretching with east central Connecticut, stretching down Boost several permanents can around permanents in the vicinity and the southeastern Massachusetts and Cape New Islands and showering lightly around the south coast of Massachusetts and heavy bend of showers around Marion and around Falmouth and around Yarmouth and Island and around the Martha's Vineyard stretch and spotty rain showers west of Derry and west of Hooksett, New Hampshire around Sheffield, New Hampshire, and some spotty rain showers stretching off the southern Maine coast and rain around Auburn, Lewiston, and around Brunswick and around Rockland and Acadia Harbor in Maine and raining around southeastern coastal Maine and northwestern tip of Nova Scotia and south central tip of New Brunswick. All right, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For tonight, showers mainly before 3 a.m. Punch Bell, low around 53 degrees, and stop at about 5 miles coming after midnight. Chesapeake is 80% new percent between and 1 inch possible for Tuesday. Punch Bell before 9 a.m. Now west, mostly cloudy, about 32 degrees. North free sweat, 6 miles an hour. Tuesday night, at Church showers mainly after 1 a.m. Punch Bell between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. West, mostly cloudy, about 54 degrees, and light northeast wind. Chesapeake is 30%. Wednesday, Church showers mainly before 7 a.m. Mostly cloudy, about 30 degrees, and north free sweat, 8 miles an hour. Chesapeake is 30%. Wednesday, a slight change of showers after midnight, mostly cloudy, about 32 degrees in the east with about 7 miles an hour. Chesapeake 20%. Thursday, showers like me after 11 a.m. Cloudy skies about 6 miles, about 52 degrees in Chesapeake 65%. For Friday, showers like me before 4 p.m. Most punch about before 8 a.m. was cloudy skies about 67 degrees in Chesapeake 70%. Friday night, change of showers before 9 p.m. Mostly cloudy about 52 degrees in Chesapeake 30%. Saturday, putty sun in mostly cloudy about 72, about 52 degrees in. Sunday, check the showers, putty sun in mostly cloudy about 71, about 54 degrees in Chesapeake 30%. And for Memorial Day, check the showers, mostly cloudy about 73 degrees in Chesapeake, it's 40%. Currently in Taunton, it's 57 and light rain. In Norton, it's overcast and 55, and Mansfield is overcast and 55. And that's gonna be it for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Monday, May 22nd, 2017. I hope you have a good night with a good day, and then I'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning when we're more, but I hope you all have a good night.